Are you afraid of losing your job to robots? This fear has become increasingly common in recent years, and there are significant reasons for concern. Technological progress could automate around 40% of jobs by 2030, meaning that hundreds of millions of people will need to find work in other areas. However, we are not the first generation to be scared by this, and history has seen many professions lose out to technology and disappear in the distant past. In this video, I propose that we take a closer look at the world of artificial intelligence. Generative AI is a technology that uses a program to create creative output, such as art, music, and writing. Essentially, it is an invention that can generate content on its own, without human intervention. It works through machine learning algorithm that first analyze existing data sets and then create new content based on that analysis. Already, music created by artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly popular, and performers are using it to record entire albums. Similarly, paintings created by AI are already being sold at auctions for hundreds of thousands of dollars. In addition, this technology is already being used to write news, scientific articles, books, and movie scripts. Despite opening new opportunities, concerns have also arisen about the role of humans in the creative industry. Some argue that using content created by artificial intelligence undermines our role and could lead to machines replacing artists, musicians, and writers. Now humanity is divided into two camps. The first are supporters of technological progress, and the second are staunch critics. And the main resistance often coincides with the fear of losing status in society. In the past, technological progress has changed traditional jobs and upended entire industries, leaving many people feeling abandoned. And the main fear of most critics is that generative artificial intelligence will do the same, devaluing traditional skills and abilities. This is something that each of us may be afraid of, by the way. For human history, it is not news. Our generation's experience is not unique, and now I will give you a few examples. When the printing press was invented in the 15th century, scribes and copyists who previously had a monopoly on the production of writing materials were left without work. Similarly, the emergence of the internet led to the decline of traditional media and the emergence of new digital media companies. With the birth of AI, those who have spent years honing their skills may realize that their expertise will no longer be in demand. This applies to artists, musicians, factory workers, copywriters, lawyers, bankers, programmers, and so on. And while the fear of job loss is understandable, it is important to recognize that technological progress has always created new opportunities. Let's take the printing press for example. Although it took away work from scribes, its creation led to an explosion of printed materials and a rise in the publishing industry. Similarly, the internet led to the emergence of new digital media companies, albeit at the expense of the print newspaper business. In any case, anyone who criticizes technology eventually adopts and benefits from it, or they remain in place while the rest of the world moves forward. But maybe someone will have to retrain. If you have a technology that increases your productivity by 20%, it's not inconvenient. Everyone sees it as progress and welcomes the increase of your capabilities. But the problem is that AI goes further and in some cases can increase your productivity by 200% or more. And that is truly worrying. The introduction of any technology has its cycles of population perception and is divided into 5 phases. Number 1. Toy phase, when we perceive it as a joke, and just few take the novelty seriously. For example, TikTok started with musical trends for teenagers, and now you can see what it has grown into. Number 2. Discrimination phase, when we begin to consider the new technology as unsafe or not fashionable. You can recall that there was a popular belief in society that only losers would meet online, and in the early years of appearance of credit cards, people were afraid to use them online and thought it was unsafe. Number 3. Grief and fear phase. For example, when a person sees someone earning from new technology, panic sets in. And at this moment, our hero begins to think that someone has found and successfully used something new, and he did not see it in advance. Grief, fear injustice. Number 4. Victory phase. Eventually fear drives action. A person understands that they need to jump to victory or there is a risk of being a loser, and this is the turning point. As in this video, when at first everyone look at the dancing guy as an idiot, and then the whole crowd catches the thrill in the massive dance wave. And final, acceptance and acceleration phase. This is when everyone accepts the technology and learns to use it to their advantage. Right now for many the development of AI is in the first two stages of life cycle of new technologies, somewhere between the toy phase and the discrimination phase. But soon people will make working with machines as normal and everyday as using Uber, Tinder or a credit card online. And it is important for each of us to understand that we cannot stop progress and should start using it to our advantage as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. You can find more of my videos here. Think positive thoughts and have more money. Bye bye.